Hello, guys. Welcome to the 14th day of posting my post market analysis. Today is Sunday, but I'll be speaking about trades that happened on Friday, right? As I was not able to post on Friday, I wasn't able to post on Friday, so I'm going to be talking about it today. I apologize for that, anyways. I had a few things going on, and I had to, settle it. So, quickly, let me just run you through my EU trade on Friday. Let me delete this. I'll just leave the lines. Don't worry. You see that the colors are different, so you understand. So, like I always say, I go through the weekly every day to see what's up, and we can see that the week is bullish. The week we're meant to look for buys, right? And that was what I was aiming for the week. But like I always say, if my setup time frame, which is 4 hours, does not tell me to buy, I'm not going to be buying, right? So, the day Thursday told us that we should be looking for buys. So I was anticipating buys for this day. And it was a buy trade I took. And I'm going to show you how I went through it. So H4, the day started off somewhere here, 11 a.m. I guess. Yeah, 11 p.m. rather. So, but of course I don't trade until 7 a.m. Right? So I see my zone, my H4 buy zone when I woke up, and a rejection. This is the rejection. Somewhere around this is actually a rejection, don't worry. So this red line is the rejection of my I wasn't able to trade 7 a.m. The 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. candle for hour, I wasn't able to trade. As you can see, I'm meant to be looking for buys because the previous rejection rejected for a buy. This candle rejected for a buy. So I should be looking for a buy, but I didn't get a buy. But what did I get eventually? I got a buy zone, and then a buy zone, a rejection. So I should be looking for buys from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So that's where I went down to 30 minutes or 1 hour. But I think I used 30. Yes, I used 30 minutes. So I used 30 minutes to look for my TC. And here is my TC. Here is the first TC. This is the first TC I saw. So I know that from 11 a.m. I should be looking for buys. I would have okay. So closing candle of 7 a.m. Closing candle rejected for a buy. I know I could have entered from this candle, but I was worried because one, the TC, I'm not sure there was a proper rejection within this tiny window, because I always like that my rejection comes from, crosses across, yes, crosses across the zone. What I mean is I want my rejection to, be inside my zone. Do you understand? I need it to go across the zone. So something like this. Let's say there's a key level here. So I need it to go across this zone, not rejecting under it like this. This is also a good one, but then I prefer, but I know that there's no particular level that would have, or let me see, because I didn't actually check it. I was just genuinely just less concerned because of what I saw. So let me see if there was a zone. Let me see if there was a level that went through in 30 minutes. See, I'm not sure there was. Ooh, guys. So I could have taken the trade. Can you imagine? This is what laziness causes. Oh. Laziness brings you, trust me, it is always loss. Laziness is not profitable, as you can see. Because, men, so I could have taken this trade because there's a zone within, as you can see, the zone came within the, so I could have entered here, but I didn't. But I'll show you where I entered. I could have entered here, but I did not. So let's move on. Let's move on. So 11 a.m. I should be looking for buys, right? So I saw this zone, right? A market pulled back into it and gave me this rejection. Um, give me a minute. I'm going to see. Should be somewhere here. Oh yes, this is it. So he gave me this rejection. I'm going to zoom in so you see that he actually rejected. If I zoom in well, you see that it was a proper rejection. Can you see? So I I entered the trade here, set my stop loss here. Just because there wasn't a proper week. So I just, I was just very careful with my stop loss. And yeah, yes, I did a 1:4 actually because the you can see that it was only one candle I needed to, to push through. This is another trade I would have taken. Well, like I said, I didn't take it, but the first one would have been a loss because as you can see, this is still a valid zone. This zone, even though this zone is still a valid zone, but I always like to see actual breakouts. Do you understand? Like a proper engulfing field. But there was no proper engulfing field before the pullback. As you can see, there was just there were breakouts of key levels and all of those, but I want an engulfing field. I wanted an engulfing field rather, but I didn't see that. So that's why I only took this particular just one candle gave me my TP straight up and I was out. And that was the only trade I had for today because I had to, get off the charts. This is the only trade I had for for Friday. Gold didn't do so much. It was just going around. It wasn't giving me reasons to as much as it was buying. I wasn't seeing any reason to buy. BTC also, let's see, Friday. Yeah, BTC too. I didn't get anything on BTC on Friday. It sold, but there was no sell zone. There was no sell zone for me. It didn't pull back into a sell zone for me. I was looking at here. So it didn't pull back into a sell zone for me. But and let's see, between yesterday, Saturday, okay, no trade too. It wouldn't have given me any trade. Even if 5 a.m. So this 9 a.m. Let's see if we could have gotten anything here. Oh wow. So maybe what's time? This is 8 a.m. Okay, if I was actually in the market, I would have taken this buy. Why? We already have TCA. From next year, I promise that I'm going to be, taking more time to explain. I'm going to actually do like a beginner class and not a class actually because I don't plan on, at the moment I don't plan on, taking mentorships and because it has been ruined by a lot. The idea has been ruined by a lot, so I don't want to, make anybody think I'm making money off them. That's like my thoughts for at the moment. If I'm going to have an academy and I'm going to have a class or something, it might be free. Right. So that's for now, like I said. Things can change because situations change. I can decide that that's by the way, I shouldn't even be thinking of that at the moment. So right, so we have this 30-minute zone and a rejection should come somewhere. I'm sure that this one rejects. I'm sure somewhere around um it's about to wind me. But I'm sure there was a rejection. I mean, let me not say I am sure. And let's look for a rejection. We see how yeah, it's just about 10 minutes. Let me look for oh, what's happening? Why did my network go off? Please give me a minute to sort this network. Oh yes, the network is back now. So yeah, I was trying to look for. So this is um. I knew that. There's no way now. It's a big zone. I mean, it's a big week. Let me just give it this. So we can see that that was a rejection, and I will enter here. I would have entered here and set my stop loss below this level. I always like to give the week space. Like I've easily done maybe a 1:4 because you can see two candles. I mean, these are trades that I like. Two candles hitting my TP and all of those, and I'm out of the market for the day. So yes, this is a trade I would have taken if I were to be in the market on Saturday. It was Saturday, no? It was Sunday. Wow, it was even today. Oh, really? It was today. Oh. See, if I were to be in the market today, I would have, added this to the bag. Yes, that is it for today. My expectation. Okay, let me quickly do my weekly. I mean, for plans for this next week. I don't expect a big movement this week. Genuinely, it is the last week of the year, and genuinely I don't expect big moves. But me, I don't have days off. I'm sorry, not yet. If the market gives me a reason to buy, I press it. So for EU, let me use this level. Weekly rejects this level. Man, I'm going to have to. It will actually take a lot for me to, explain these things because I don't think I'm a very, you know, I don't think I'm a very decent teacher. But I'm going to try because honestly need us to, if this works, I mean, it's a good thing. You don't have to do this full time to make money from it, right? So, like I said, weekly we should expect sales for the week because it has rejected this level. But what do we see here also? We see that at least Friday says we should be bullish. So we might likely, let me see, is this a proper rejection? Oh, yes, it is. So we might likely see a buy before the sell. So at least Monday is likely going to be bullish before we start selling. I mean, I don't know, but this is what this is what I am seeing technically that at least Monday should be bullish, right? That is for EU. I'm not going to be going through 4 hours because the day hasn't started yet. So nothing on daily, and I'm sure there's nothing on weekly too, because there's no previous data to work with. So I'm going to be waiting um for 4 hours for this. For BTC for the new week, let me delete all of this. Oh, I had too many. So for BTC, the week is not over yet for BTC, but I'm sure that it cannot sell all the way. So let's just look for zones that are lower. Oh, this is just one. Very good. So this is a buy zone. So we should expect buys. If the candle if weekly closes like this in 2 hours, I expect buys. And I'm just going to wait for this to let me see. Let me just mark these two. So I expect buys for the next week because if this closes like this without breaking this level, or yeah, I mean I'll just confirm that it gives another key level even if it breaks this level in the next 2 hours. If this closes as a rejection for buys and weekly is also agreeing for buys, it means that we should get good buys at least the coming week. But if H4 doesn't tell us to buy, we are not going to be buying. So yes, that is my analysis for the three pairs that I am going to be taking for the coming months and weeks. So what I thought about as regards my GU and GBP JPY. So my thought process is that I just don't let them go like that. I would be trading this like actively, live trades and all of those. But every day I'll make sure I backtest this. We might just always also do it together. Maybe days that we have time, do you get? Because I don't want to exceed 20 minutes. I can't even exceed 20 minutes at the moment. So yeah, so for days that I see that I was able to quickly, explain all of this, my live trades for the day, I'm just going to touch, GBP USD and GBP JPY. Those are the two pairs I'm looking at. As time goes on, I'm going to be adding more. So eventually, I will now see how well these ones are going compared to my live trades. Do you get? So that is where substitutions will come in. Is either I drop, I let go of EU, then add something, or substitutions will come in. Just expect that. But I know that I will not actively trade anything more than three pairs. That is what I am certain about. And they won't be correlating pairs. I'll make sure they are different. Their price, their reasons for moving are evidently, they are evidently different. Do you get? So that's my plan going forward. I wish myself a very beautiful week. And I mean, by the way, I'm in a new space. I'm in a new setup, and I hope that I can do better from here and get a bigger setup. And as you can see in previous videos, there wasn't any gaming chair. Let me move so you see my gaming chair, right? So I didn't have this kind of chair, and I mean, I'm just blabbing at the moment. I'm just trying to, let's say I leave, I say bye bye in exactly say 30 seconds. So let me just yap, by the way. So this is a new space. This is where you see me more often. I mean, from time to time, from every day I try to, come here, say my mind, say how the market went and how I could have done better. And I mean, just a real time growth here, genuinely. Thank you very much for joining, for following me on this journey. Thank you. I'm grateful that I'm able to do 14 days. That's something to be excited about. Bye bye.